Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Again, today we have a video without camera, guys. I'm still in the process of fixing my teeth, so as soon as I get that finished, we're gonna be doing videos as normal with my face on, so you can see my ugly slash beautiful face. Depends what you think. But the thing that I want to talk about today is actually the Griffin and how you can beat this, how you can beat him, especially on hard, because this one seems to be one of the either the easiest or the hardest bosses to tackle. It's all because of the mechanics and the things that the boss does. So let's just go a little bit through the boss himself, so we can talk about what he's doing, what you want to avoid, what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and all that. Because yeah, I'm on the free-to-play account, so this is the best way to show. On the main account where I have endgame gear, I just blast it. But for people that are still progressing, such as my free-to-play account, this could be really helpful. So let's start with the first thing. So the boss's A1 attacks one enemy, has a 100% chance of placing a fear debuff for 1 turn. This one can be annoying, but luckily it's only single target, so this one's not such a big problem. It's not even a true fear. If this was a true fear, that would have been like 10 times worse. Being a basic fear, it's like, you know, it is what it is. Then the A2 Rock Smash transfers all debuffs from Griffin to each enemy, then attacks all enemies. Fills this champion's turn meter by 5% for each debuff transferred. So this is the AoE that he does second. He starts with the Death Gust, but the second time he does the Rock Smash, which, as it says, transfer debuffs. So basically you want to avoid to have too many debuffs on him when he does that, or maybe have a block debuff or a cleanse ready after he does this. You can start cleansing the debuffs from yourself. One quick thing that I would suggest is, if you don't bring block debuffs, try to avoid bringing people with lots of poisons. Like I have Tomb Lord, I'm going to show you my presets. This might not be the best one because you're going to get a ton of poisons. That's going to hurt you. Then the Death Gust, which, like I said, is the first AoE that he does, removes all buffs from all enemies, then attacks all enemies. So if you go before the Griffin and you place a ton of buffs on yourself, that's going to hurt you because he will remove all buffs. The buff removal is also capable of resistance, so it doesn't matter if you bring high resist, he's still gonna remove your buffs. Damage increases by 10% for each buff removed. So if you think about it, let's say you bring 2 buffs on a team of 5, that's 10% extra damage. So 10 times the 10%, that's 100% more damage. So keep in mind, if you're gonna try to manual this to rotate this fair enough. Then the things that are the worst are his passes. So attacks an enemy whenever the HP drops below 50%. Also places heal reduction. This hurts you because if you're going to try to heal back up, unless you bring a cleanser, you're going to be stuck with that champion. Then this is the one that's the worst one, the Celestial Bond. So what this one does is it keeps adding him attack, speed, crit rate, and crit damage every time he gets a Sky Bond. How does he get a Sky Bond? Well, he gets one at the start of each turn, also adds one whenever an enemy's HP drops below 50%. So not only does he get a Sky Bond, but he also attacks you and puts heal reduction when you do that. So you either want your people never to go under 50% HP, or if they go under, just to die. Like, don't revive them so that the boss gets the Sky Bond again, because this one goes up to 20. And when he gets there, he's gonna go shield, block damage, and killable after 10, and then up to 20. It's, you know, this is just gonna hurt. If you think about this, he's gonna almost always crit. His speed is gonna be crazy attack, crazy crit damage. So the whole idea with this boss in general is trying to kill it as fast as possible. He also has the other passes, which this one's a little bit annoying, but this one's something that you need to keep in mind. Whenever Griffin's turn meter is decreased, the turn meter of all enemies will be decreased by the same amount. You can resist this one if you bring resist, but this is the worst problem. Places a stun if the enemy's turn meter fully depleted. So if you bring somebody like a Gnut, like I'm gonna bring in this team, if he does the A1, he's basically always gonna stun himself unless I build him with resist. But the worst part is this one. Whenever an enemy's turn meter is filled, Griffin's turn meter will be filled at the same time. So if you bring somebody like an Apothecary, if you boost your turn meter, it's gonna be what, 15% times 5, that's 75%. Basically the boss is gonna get a turn. And remember, the more turns the boss gets, the more the Sky Bond stacks. So you're gonna try to bring turn meter control stuff unless you build high the high resist teams. But let's have a quick look at this team. Let me show you how this team works. And I'm not gonna lie, it's you know, it's not the craziest champions, it's not the easiest. Some of these are not mandatory. And the funniest thing about this team is gonna be, you know, after checking all those things that I just showed you guys, this whole team just revolves around Brimstone. Brimstone basically makes this boss easy to kill. As long as you bring champion, if you have your legendary champions such as Razelvarg, such as Gnut, such as Ronda, you know, 3 champions that were easy to obtain, bring them, have some Brimstone on them, and you're gonna be able to just kill the boss or make the boss kill himself just by keep putting that Brimstone on, because the boss has 2 active skills, and those 2 active skills always proc the Brimstone. And he comes back to them pretty fast, and the Brimstone does a ton of damage. We're gonna see that once we get to the boss, and you're gonna see how crazy this is. Honestly, even the Tomb Lord that I have over here, the Tomb Lord could be somebody like a what's it called? It can be Artak. You can bring in Artak. But so far I've not landed the Brimstone yet. I'm hoping, because I have 4 people with Brimstone. Yep, boom, Brimstone, watch this. So watch this. After he does his A2, watch how much damage he actually gets from the Brimstone. So he transfers the debuffs, attacks, okay, kill Gnut. Boom, look at that. That's a ton of damage. So the way that I'm basically doing this, it's not going to be 100%. It's not going to always work perfect, but this team is gonna work awesome it's gonna always work for me. I failed it maybe like once every 30 runs, it fails, but it's all about Brimstone. It's Brimstone, and the fact that if you noticed, I'm using a note for his enemy max HP hit for the first time. After he does his enemy max HP hit, which is 30% of the boss's damage, I don't really care about him. He can die, it's fine. It doesn't matter. You see, I have this one survive. Brimstone again, 1 person survive, boom. That's it. You know what? Let's do it for the sake of testing. Let me just drop the Tomb Lord, or who should I drop? Yeah, drop the Tomb Lord, because maybe lots of you don't have a Tomb Lord. Let's see how is it gonna work if I do it without Tomb Lord and I just use Artak instead. Just want to make sure I prioritize his HP burn, because he does not like to do that. It might hurt us, but you know, let's just see. Let's see, does it work or not? The reason why I'm bringing Artak again is he has that that Brimstone, because we had that passive event for him. So most of us maybe have like 2 or 3 star. I have 3 stars, so it might be a little bit slower on the waves because I don't have the decreased defense from Tomb Lord. But it's gonna help. It's gonna help out in here. So maybe what you can do is, instead of Tomb Lord, you can bring a Stag Knight. Dr. Pierce would be better. Just place them in the spot of Miscreated Monster and bring, you know, all the other free legendary champs that hopefully we should have if we're tackling the hard content of the Doom Tower. I guess, you know, you have to play for a little while in order to get here. Maybe at least 3 months. You know, so if you have been playing for at least 3 months, you should have at least Gnut and Artak. Not sure about Razelvarg and Ronda. I don't remember when the Ronda chase ended, but still, having those legendaries and just getting a little bit of luck of buying those awakenings from the shop, just even if it's a 1-star Brimstone, if you have it on several people, eventually it's going to land on the boss. And as you saw, the boss killed himself. So like I said, the wave's a little bit slower, but let's see now. Let's see how this is going to look over here. So we start with that one. Okay, decrease attack, Brimstone's on. And let's see, boom, boom, boom. So the damage from Gnut is still the same. As you can see, we already started with the Brimstone, like I said. That makes it pretty easy. The Leech from Razelvarg helps us a little bit so we can heal up. Transfer again, boom, Brimstone popped again. So this one works pretty well. It's pretty well. And you know what? I'm really happy that I actually tried to do this and I realized that it works, because last time the Doom Tower was around, I did not farm the Griffin, which is one of the best ones to farm, especially if you're trying to push like I am faction wars, because it gives you the Guardian Gear. Guardian Gear is pretty amazing. So last time I could not farm it. I was just farming whatever. Now I'm on stage 50 right now, and I can farm stage 50, what you're seeing here. It's a little bit harder to progress on the waves because it requires lots of manual, but I'm quite sure if I got to stage 90, quite sure I could beat stage 90 the same way. But as you can see, most of the damage after we did the initial pops is just Brimstone, 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 Brimstone. Boss kills himself with Brimstone. So keep this in mind, guys, when you're trying to do this. As you saw, I dropped even Tomb Lord, brought in Artak, and it still works. Let me quickly show a little bit the builds, as you know, there's nothing too impressive. So Artak is in a stance plus Immortal with some revenge pieces. No masteries yet. He's built like this for Doom Tower Ways and for the, for the Spider. He also is fully booked. Razelvarg is booked for arena. Let me show you his stats actually. For R-Tech 2 on the speed, good accuracy and survivability. Razelvarg is built for my clan bosses, I've showed you before. Not the fastest, not the craziest high accuracy, but he brings increased accuracy, so that's pretty good. These are his masteries. Then Gnut in Relentless, Giant Slayer, Support Tree, fully booked as well. And yeah, almost on the speed, good damage in there and good accuracy. Nice created monster with the random stats, just have some speed and do his shields, his ally protection. These are his masteries. Then the Tomb Lord, again, Giant Slayer support. He's in a region because I use him to farm my Scarab. I've shown this before, but you know, maybe you haven't watched previous videos, so this could help. And then let me see, the last one I think is the vault. Yeah, Rhonda. Honestly, Rhonda I have not built in a while. She's not she's not perfectly built, but I just have Rhonda in there with accuracy, a little bit of survivability, barely any damage. It's another one that I have Brimstone on. So I just put, because she does some pretty good damage, I just built her in Lifesteal. And honestly, I could improve this, but I haven't done it in a while. She does have masteries as well. So yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. Keep in mind, if you have Brimstone and you're struggling with the Griffin, just get your legendaries in there. Try to make them a little bit survivable. Give them the accuracy, so they land Brimstone, and the Griffin's gonna be easy farm. But yeah, thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye, guys.